Did ᓄᕕыᓗ이థ 뚜ᓴᕋᒃᓴ이ᓪᗏ Dodie Malegana, ᓪᕗskuᒮктިᔪ� ᒪᓕᒐ나 ᒪᓕଚା나 Inuvialuit Pivalliajut 2026. ᓪᕗskuᒮктިᔪ� Dodie Malegana ᓪᕗskuᒮктިᔪ� 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 ᒪᓕᒐ나:kukiugavingat tukturaktuungani tahalashanik taiguagniaktunga huliragdingniklu mikirachanik Inuvialuktun ilihaukuniaktunga aglan pangmapak akhlagvingmungniaktukut davani Dodie utakiruk didu Dodie kanukit bit diga ang maruk kuliaktuat larutin.
Okay, mani akhlagwing mi ilichirot mani ᓕᕐმსăkniaktot gogwing mi kukiok baraktot ikpakrakika ingit arena muktot mani ilichirot ᓕᕐმსăkniaktot ikayoktakaktot mani havakting mi gogwing mi uvehuk paraktot katik paraktot nefek paraktot aturaktot tabrani kolaktot tabrani arena mi ilichihuktot mani musker school mi havaktibut nitakabut ilichihuat mani akhlagwing mi uvehuk paraktot katik tot mani arena mi inuit akhlagwing mi kak paraktot hin kolak paraktot tabrani havaktibut tabrani skogwing mi 2026 ukiuniluni havak paraktot ᓕᕐმსăktot tabrani katik tot ahin mani akhlagwing mi 29th David Husky walk hikubut titikniak butatna pakok kakuan hiku aulagniak panwok titik pan akamaniak titin walk 45 gallon gas tin walk ahin 10 gallon gas tin malo kaklutin niak tugut walk akamaniak dot kinya hiku aulagniak panwok makpaatin Hamlet office mititik a week but Inuita brekiak out na paka aulak parak tariumi uglu paka nirlinindu kangong niklu aula nirlinilu taunani tariumi aula wing muktot tautukika Facebook mi out na pak kobehok parak tot inuit taunani apai taunani tot kotai churagmi kangong nigo amek iritsik tot habak parak tot abugok tot lutinglu bukudak tot lutinglu tautukitka uglu pak mani akhlagwing mi tu takabut taunani pikismiat outlagurut kaguag niglu kangong niglu ibaklak tot luting unno to mi tabrakak tuhaik put pisikak tot nitakatabani ilichinirakata kanatuna niraritinika kawang niglua havaktik put amek toklulini chak toklutinglu tabrakak litokinirik kat ilichinirakata nitakabata tabani aulagwing mi atnapak uglupak akhlagwing mi okak tuaktanga atnapak tutubang bigtaw tuktagu tikpakrak malong ni ublo ni tabrakiak pisikatak tok bani akhlakwing mi pichagwing mi ikpakrak nikinyirak tok okping niktaw tu ikpakrak indit pisikatak tot taw tuktok lugit at napaka tutubang mikawehok parak tut ahin hangin ni igluga tabrakiak pisikatak tok tabrakiak tutubak tabrani Abbey area of Madi Sports North mi tabrakak yellow mugnak Friday mi yoka akimak barak tok mani Arctic Winter Games mi yoka Sports North yoka Friday mi tanuag nektok hen Saturday mi yoka awards mi kaiti nerat Abieri White Horse mi akimak barak tok Arctic Winter Games mi kobe hok barak tunga tabrakak nutakko ni yellow mitot Birak barak dot kobe hok barak dot ni Arctic and Winter Games i tabrakak uglupak school wing be dawningak dogut Mother's Day mi gok niti mi glu coffee mi glu nikin yirak dot coffee dogak dogut down in the school wing be enjoy the by kairat Ilichi hurata tabani mipku mika bukata mikai chigati ut nutaka buta utugarik buta ma habakti buta school wing me kobe hook barak dogut at napaka niti tok tok kolak tok luta tabraka hin ainyakap ta tutupang mika kai chigati ut mipku mika kobe hook barak dogut at napaka David Husky Goka Memorial Ice Pool Ticket Money after la Bergadaktoka Friday me Umi Kimaraka Inuit Titik Dota Makba me Kakun Hikuni at Aulag Nek Dota 29 years to Nukuni at Napaka Hikuwut Naipekto put Kakun Aulag Nek Dot Inuit Akumanek Dot 45-gallon gas to Nahin Hibun nga 10-gallon gas and walk mala cochlity. Ugluk baka Moosker School mi walk nitakata lichirat coming nik lichin coming nik kilayak ta chabani school wing mi kobe hok barak nga tutakabot kilayak nirak ta coming nik taimak coming nik kilayak ta asiga tau tukik put kobe hok barak tunga ang uayat kabakya kilayak ta liting tabrani school wing me at napakok aklavik drummers and dancers mani adwag mong nekto ta mong nekto tabrani museum historical Adwa mi momek parak nektot aulang nektot na down in the aulang ring me. Uglo baka kobe hok park tunga alvariat program mani ikpakrak ilichini ragatigot amek dot gigia miglu kakpik miglu ilichini ragat mani aklak ring me kanatun kanawoka amek dot luta hin halumak ṭuaxlugut hin panek ṭuaxlugut tutaqavat ilichiniiragat mani alviyat program kawe hukbarak tunga tautukit tabraka kanogli aklamik tabraka amakhirak tabranis arena miyat na pak kawe hukbarak tunga tautuki angipek daktuta aklagwat tabraka Okronga pek tok lugu tabraka kahin habakti but tabraka panek tindirakat panek panahin oka ilichiniarat mani aklabring me kanok atlo halumak tindalu ikuglugu tabraka uglupak kubehok parak tunga injit mani aulak wing mito ta habakti puta mani Emek put tabraka munakik tok lugut angin ikut pangliat nabakhikubut nabakhin laktok uglupak kube huk parak tonga injit humalakat tabrani kube munakik put hikubut uglupak luni at napak injit ma skidungit hinyani kuk pangli hikumi pirat hikubut tabrakak abakhin laktok tabrani ᓃᕐ뒗 Inuit munakik tuaqlugit Inuit humutaka aulaqtuat ka atnealaqpaaraqtuat maani nuvakkiaqpaaraqtuat uktupaka utoqqunaavat munaqilugit tukkuvimi ᓃᕐᒗ aqragumi vuuklupaka quliaqtuaqtuanga ᓕᕐᒍৎ naalaqtuaqtuat humilaka naapaalutumi saaksarvimi ulaaqtuumi ublilautaqluhi kenteneqiyuk naalaqtuaq nakuuruamik tuyutiikpin ilatka utoqqunat maani atniaqvigmik tautugiaqtuaqitqa ᓃᕐᒗ tautugiaqitka atniaqvigmik Uvagat Judy's lahami quliaqtuaqtuanga aqlaqvigmi ᓃᕐᒗ maani aqlaqmi qayanaindaqpaaraq
Kuyanakparak Judy kuliakdagavit uvlavak ariga ᓃᕐᒗ kuliakdagukavit. Daudakdahi Judy slami akhlagavingmi kuliakdagami. Uvahin daudagniakdahi 2 minutes nik ᓪᓗ瑠nik ahin udagniakdagit 2 minutes mukban. Daudakdahi Alberta Gamiut Associations Good ikayuktingat havagavengatni makpiganget ilitui kabluhi Alberta Gamiut Inuit kanutun ikayut lagait havangnik ikayuranik huniklikalu Uvahin makpiganik daharashanik daiwagnaktunga gavamait nunaptingni kuleaktuat tangungitsuat Havafaqaraganiagait himmauhiniqamigit maligudaqrangat kanutun havagtigugait tangungitsuat maligudaqrangat himmauhiniqangat 2024 minguk hinnutak tamanna maligudalengat havautilhaganiagait kuk iluqaitnik tangungitsuat Inuit Canada mi ittuat hin Hivuliuganiangit huli anirat inunerat tangungitsuat nunaptingni atlat inuitlu tangitlu inurat nunaptingni tangungitsuat nunaptingni gavamani havagurat kuchilhaganiquat inualhaganiquat 29% tun 29% min naqaqa 33% khanikuk government kuk 196 tun tanngongitsuat havaktinik okiubak havauterinikkangat 158 tun okiukak ᓄᕕഅᓗइథ aglaan kaffitsanik nutat tanngongitsuat inuit nunaptingni miinniaqquat havauteqamigit hin ᓄᕕअᓗइథ luuk kaffitsanik tanngongitsuat inuit Canadami havauterinikqamigitquuk governmentquuk ᒪᓕคึturagintnamigit kaffitsanik tanngongitsuat outsaimin havauteqnikkangat okiubak nunaptingnilu aglaan ᒪᓕคึturaqaraginiagait tanngongitsuat qaffihinik havauteruqamigitlu namitilaangatnilu ilangit ᓕᓕഅᓗïథ MLAs taniktun Janeway Armstronglu ᓕᓕᓗ ᓄᕕഅᓗïథ nunaptingnilu tanngongitsuat inuit ᓕᓕഅᓗïథ outsaimin tanngongitsuanik innungniqqa havautetlaginiaqamigitquuk illuillingat ilangit inuit ᓕᓕᓗ outsaimin kehenik Inuvialuit tanngongitsuanik innungnik havauterumigik inuit ᓕᓕअᓗïథ nunaptingni havakteqillaaginiaqtutquuk hin government kuliaqtuat tanngongitsuat inuit havautifaaginikkangaatluunni ilauginiqamigit tanngongitsuat innungnikka ikayuqamigit havauteqamigit inuit Kaullit paitlu kuliaqtuaq $13 million atoguniaqtut angillaaq ikayuguniaqamigit aitsuguniaqamigit kuchillhaaqtuanik kakiharniki vakligiveangatnikuuk inuit nuningatni ᓄᕕअᓗïథ tallimat pinguhungnik inuit ᓄᕕअᓗïథ naagaka nunaptingni adauhinnik ᓄᕕअᓗïథ Yukon nuningatnilu hin Northwest-tel angilatchigaat tamanna kuchillhaaqtuanik hukahillhaaqtuanik 869 inuit aimavingat kakiharniki vakligiveanik aitsuguniaqaitquuk government angilatchit kuliaqtuaq kakiharniki vakligiveanik ᓿᕗᓗᒅᓄt 뚜ᓵᓗᒃติþ ᓄᕕஅᓗᓐ inuit nuningatni inuangitsuanik ᓄᕕअᓗïథ tanngongitsuat ᓄᕕअᓗïథlu taitna nukullaaruanik kakiharniki vakligiveanik aitsugumikkuuk ikayuguniaqait kakiharukun ilitsiniraqtuat kaunagarinik taaktinik nirsirniklu tautuhoktuat hin ukakiditlakublugitlu tautitlakublugetlu ilatingat kakiharukun anianangitsuaniklu bitlakubluget nayukublugetlu ᓄᕕअᓗïథ ingmingnik havaakaqtuat havautifhaatlakkublugetlu pilgufaakublugetlu havaagnikun ᓄᕕअᓗïథ ukuat hukahillhaanik kakiharnik avakliveanik bitlaginiagait ukuat ᓄᕕअᓗïథ Lutzelkay ulukaqtuk Paulatuk Gameri Sambakay Wakwari Colville Lake Ikahuk hin atauhik Yukonmi Old Crow ᓄᕕअᓗïథ tanngongitsuat kaullit kuliaqtuaq nukuruanik kakiharnik ivakligiveanik habikhlaaqtuaq piniraginiaqamigit hin nakullhaakubluget kakiharnik ivakligiveanik pikublugit taitna bilgufaatlakublugit inuit tamatkuat ᓄᕕअᓗïథ kakiharnik ivakligiveanikni hin atuguniaqtut daniktun Earth Orbit Satellites partneri qamigit Thalasat havagaveangat hin manikuk atuguniaqait kuchektuat gavamani aitsuguniaqait $3.225 billion nik taitna iloqaitnik Canada mittuat aimavit hukahillhaanik kakiharnik ivakligiveanik pikublugit 2030 mukpan uvahin dauduguniaqtuhi ubinagaaqaaq Inuvialuit kuliaqtuaqtibut Inuvialuit ᓄᕕഅᓗïథ Kailikkusun Taylor ᓠᓕഅᓃꒃ ᓠᓃᓃ ᓠᓕ Taylor ᓠᓕஅᓃꒃ 뚜ᓵᓃ Inuvialuit Pivalliajut ᓠᓃᓃ.
Oh, Kylek here, just about to head to 뚜ᓵᕋ� on the Inuvialuit highway. Here comes the vehicle now. So it's about 147 kilometers of gravel road traveling over the tundra. It's pretty beautiful and amazing, and it connects the coastal community of 뚜ᓵᕃ with the rest of the world. So North America's only highway connecting to the Arctic Ocean. So it's a tourism hotspot, lots of tourists in the summer driving on the road up the Dempster Highway and visiting 뚜ᓵᕃ, and that's what we will do as well. So we're looking forward to our trip, and that's that. So we're about 25K down the highway. We're starting to run into quite a bit of construction. There's a lot of maintenance that goes into the highway. The highway started being built in 2014 and was finished in 2017. But just because it's finished doesn't mean the work is over. It's a tremendous amount of work to keep a gravel road open, especially on the permafrost. This is a very unique road, and so we don't know exactly 100% how it's going to work, so we have to maintain it, and there's a lot of culverts being replaced and a lot of other things happening on the road to keep it so that we can continue to travel to the Arctic Ocean. But once they've done a piece, it's quite smooth, so we're cruising along quite well today. The road's in really good condition, so there's been a lot of construction this year maintaining the road.
ᓠᓃᓃ ᓠᓕ Taylor 뚜ᓵᕃ ᓠᓃᓃ bangatnigu ᓵᓅꓪ ᓵᓅꓪ Grandma's Kitchen Ininga 330 Ocean View ᓕᕐᒥ우þ Davini 뚜ᓵᕃ ᓕᕐ땐므우þ 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 ᒪᓕคึ ᓕᕐᕐᕐᵉ Ahin ᓕᕐ땐므uthk aulakparakduni 뚜ᓵᕃ ahin ᓕᕐ땐므uthk ᓕᕐ땐ᵉ ᓕᕐ땐ᵃ ᓕᕐᕐᵃ atugukamik ᓪᓚkitlaginikkut Inuit Davini ahin ᓕᕐ땐ᵃ Taylor Davini Ininga Dagiomi Hinangatni Inuakparat ᓕᕐᕐᵃ ᓕᕐᕐᵃ Davini ᓕᕐᕐᵃ Ahin ᓕᕐᕐᵃ ahin burat laginikutlu Inuit rented laginigaytlu kayangat bulaktaktonik inungniklu habakaginikutlu angalatsigugaytlu daktileagu kamigitlu Inuit Inuvingmun uheagugaytlu steenkoyat naguviaginikut Inuit at nagabiagu kautigniagaytlu kanuhinik habakaginikhamiklu kautigniagaytlu tautukparagu kamik Hila atlangokman Davini 뚜ᓵᕃ hinangatni dagiomi inuneaginikutlu tautugugait ululimami katalagu kamik hinangat atlangokman kuchiktilang imangatlu hila atlangokmanlu ahin hinangat divrakparak haginikutlu iglagu kamik divrangat gugpagmin ahin ilokaitnik katalagu kamigita katalak bargu guruklu Davini 뚜ᓵᕃ ahin divranik bukugu kamik kirungnik taitna hinik iknagavingat kirungnik atutlaginik kamikuk ahin hanangatni hivoni iningani Davini kirungnik divranik bikaginik kamik naguvirginik hokuk ahin Davini dagiomi hinangatni inunaarut kuagivirkanga kailikkasun Davini kamik naguni khrauginikngan iningat nunakparmin kuk ahin Davini inikhaginik kamik ilutangni aimavingatni naguvirginik hok hiniganagvirginik hoklu.
Okay, so here we are at the end of the 뚜ᓵᕃ Inuvialuit Highway at Grandma's Kitchen. located at 330 Ocean View. This is basically the only restaurant that you can eat at in ᓵ귉ᓃ, and it has absolutely the best view, amazing service, great food, exactly what you need after a nice long ride. They have a nice restaurant here with a wood stove. You can come in and warm up. And the best part of all is it's right on the Arctic Ocean, so a lot of people enjoy their burgers, fries, and then they go for a swim. They also rent canoes and kayaks. They do tourism. They run the medical bus. It's the Steen family, quite amazing people. I'll be interviewing them later about their business and climate change and what they've seen over their lifetime. They live directly on the Arctic Ocean, so they see it firsthand every single day, the erosion and the difference in water levels and temperatures and all that great stuff. Their beach is covered in driftwood that's come down the Mackenzie River from all the erosion that's happening there. That's how they keep their wood stove going, just by picking up driftwood right from the front of their lawn here. Or ocean view property, I guess you could call it. It's my absolute favorite piece of property in the world. This place, he has his own little harbor even, and just a wonderful and crazy, beautiful view. As an Inuit person who lives in the Delta, away from the Arctic Ocean, I really miss this noise, this beautiful sound. I don't live on the ocean, but I get to visit it. And I spend some time at the whale camp, so. You can hear the seagulls, the waves, life. The ocean is full of life. We're so blessed to have it and to be able to live amongst it and to be able to have the rights to harvest and eat from the land. My family was recently out fishing and whaling, and so I have a freezer full of amazing country foods now. I didn't get to visit and I didn't get to hunt at the whale camp this year, so very thankful to family. But every year that I come back, I notice little changes. Shoreline changing, shorelines eroding completely, houses being moved to new locations. So the climate change here is felt much more significantly than it is in other places in the world, because you see it. And if you're out on the land living out here, then you're going to notice it quite drastically. But we're still here. We're still thriving. Still burning driftwood. ᓵ귉ᓃ is a very blessed place because of its driftwood. You can make fire, you can make sod house. It's amazing what an amazing resource that driftwood, and how it's shaped the people that decided to call this place home.
Dodie Taylor, ᓵ귉ᓃ Inuvialuit Pivalliajut 뚜ᓵᓃkami hin davni nigin nagavingat ni nanang ᓵ᷉ᓃ ᓵ᷅ ᓵ᷉ᓃkami hin ᓵ᷉ᓃ magbiganik ᓵᓅꓗ hin kultivirakdoni kokakidagaving havagurok Louise Arbor at ᓵ᷅ᓃ ᓴᖅကိᔮկauti지ᔪ� agaktigiyaga Mary Simon Governor General ᓿᑎᕐᒥ우þ havautikubmatung Prime Minister Mark Carney Louise Arbor Montreal Miudagalok hin havakbarakagnikok kakidachinikok hin havagnikok lo kakidatrit kultivirakdonik kakidachidi Canada mi hin ilauguraklu United Nation mi kuchiviraktonik commissionernik inungnik rights ngat kakidachiding niklu kuchiviraktonik Canada mi hin Mary Simon hevolibek tanngongechok inumgok havangnikwa Canada mi Governor General Havautigugay ikayugugay Kingwood Canada mi hin ikayugugay maligutakhralenik havakamik gatimakamiklu Simon Inuvialuit Nunavik min in 2021 min daimini hagudikagni kami tanngongechot hevolibek Governor General nik havagnikwako Inuak barnik okunik ikayok barugugay ukautik baru ukaktinik kautik barugugay hevonik hektonik inubet ᓄᕕഅᓗᐃᑦ tanngongechot rates nganik inuit nunangatni naguratun havakatigi kublogit ilihangnikun bitkoheginikun tangmak daili kublogitlo hin hevonik baragnikwaklo ambassador nik havagnikwaklo circumpolar nik havagavangatni Denmark milo hin Inuit havagavit Inuit tabigit Canada milo unalo Inuit circumpolar council lo ukauhenik tanngongechonic iturhengat ukautik baruait kanuhinik likha havakami hin heaven mutigu kangatlo Inubet kauchingat Inubet lo inuhingat ilihamba beakabluit ilau beakabluit tanngongechot Inuit hin Inuak barnika nalunay dekanekangalo unalo Order of Canada hin it kauti viraganyagait Governor General Mary Simon heaven mutik kamigit tanngongechot dauda beakabluit ilau beakabluit kanutun likha in heavennik kabluit lu Canada mi hihamafanit umeaktot daimini dangmakamigit tukokamigit 1845 okiumi taniktun atinga Arctic expedition ilituit kangat iliturinyaktit ilihakpangatni Waterloo mi hin timingat hihamattamatkuat umeaktit daimini Franklin expedition ilituit laginikangat atingit hin lu DNA-nik timinganun Inuit ilatingat lu atokamigit hin atauhik pakikangat timinga 1859 mi Gladman Point mi nunangatni taman na inumgok Henry Peglar hin Inuak barnik nalopkinya viragnakwak kihutilangat taman na umeaktim hin expedition taman na ukwat umiat HMS Terror HMS Airbus lu daimini umeangat umeaktoktoat lu hikumi Inuit nunangatni kalvik baragnakwakok Northwest Passage mungniragnakamik aglan unikamit umeangat tamatkuat tangit ivaklik niraktot aulaktot umeangnik taking niragloktot anianakitlag niragloktot aglan ilokhaitnik 129 umeaktit tukong nakwatkok hinan inuniragniraraktot nirikaragnikot inungnik umeaktik kadingatnik ilitsuginniaktitahin pakingnikotlu atingit pinghut ukotlu William Oren David Young John Brigginslu hintaymunilu atingitan pakingnikangat John Gregory James Fitzjameslu hinlu dait na ilituit laginikot kihutilangat ni tamatkot Inuit ilatingat ikayo kami timinganik DNA nik atironik pakingnikwak hin adawhik ilatinga ilauginaqaaqlu kuliaqtuaqtim BBC mi journalist kuliaqtuaqtim Rich Preston ilitsuginniaqtitlu havakamiktamanna atuginikkangaat ilitsuginniaqkamigit hugautaniklu ingilagaannik lu pakikamigit Franklin Expedition hin tamatkuat atlatiniitlu tokurat ilitsuginniaqtutuli okuatlu makpiganik huliragavingnik nagaka kuliaqtuaginniagikka aulaqtugavingmi upanagakhrami aulaqtutlaginniagait akhlagavingmi aglatlagekki aulaqtuhoktuat adauhinik inungnik aimavingatni makpiahi uvlubak munaglan 2 o'clock mukbaung makpiahi aitutlagekki akhlagavingmi Community Corporation kunni abekhrudikakkufi asluilikakkufi kukulat lageki akhlagavingmi Inuvialuit Pivalliajut kukagavingat 978-2414 ahillu nunaptingni huliragvingnik NWT Arts Program ivaklirut huliragtinik kihut duniukai huktot havangatni huliragvingatni huliragtingat hinlu outsaimi taitna talimanika itaitna hinik outsaimi duniukait laginekut hinlu tamanna crafted show and sale taniktun pingahongnik uvlunik Winnipeg Manitoba mut laginekuhi November 6 minganin 8 munaglan okiopak Vancouver mut laginekuhilu tanngongetonik at noanik Fashion Week nik tayu taniktun hihamanik anakami uvlumi biniagait Vancouver BC mi November 18 minganin 21 munaglan hinlu una taniktun atinga Oddbird Art and Craft Fair Bingahongnik uvlunik Edmonton Alberta mi November 27 min November 29 munaglan unalu adawaning danngongechot agnat art market uvani havagavengatni National Art Center malongnik uvlunik duniukait larut Ottawa Ontario mi kitchagaving mi datkakumi 5 minganin 6 munaglan tamatkuatlu Assembly of First Nations Special Chiefs Assembly Circle of Trade Show Binghongnik uvlunik marketnik duniukait laginekuhi Ottawa Ontario mi kitchagaving mi datkakumi December 8 mi ahinlu ukwat ilaw huktot Sunday munaglan May 31 munaglan na makpigahi tutkit lageki abekhrudikakkufi ilitsuifa hukkufi ukautit lageki nunaptingni arts program duyugavingat nwtarts@gov.nt.ca ahinlu kakiharuku nivakligavingat ni dautit lageki nwtarts.com Okwata hin ᓐᕗviagut Nunavut Tungavik Incorporated ᓐᕗ̈kamigit Nunavut angagavingat Nunavut Alberta meet tamanna inunerat Alberta mi ᓐᕗ̈at laginekut ᓐᕗmi Kaulinik President Nick Danuktun ᓐᕗ̈kamigit Edmonton mi ᓐᕗ̈at laginekut hin ukwat ᓐᕗ̈gavingatni Central Lions Recreation Center mi 11113 113th Street Edmonton mi hinlu ᓐᕗ̈at chiget laginekutlu uvlabak May 20th ᓐᕗ̈gavingat May 27 2026 10 o'clock minganin 7 o'clock munaglan anakami hin Inuviat Calgary meet Nagaluni Alberta ᓐᕗ̈gavingatni ilitui hokkahi Calgary mi ᓐᕗ̈gavikangitchut gihenik post office nikun ᓐᕗ̈at laginikot proxy voting nik daigugait hinlu Inuit ᓐᕗ̈gamik $100 nik aichut laganagait davani mogofi nagaluni proxy nik nagaluni post office nikun check nik dude lageki nagaluni manikagaving mi ilit lagait manitin hin hihamaniki chachaniklu hanahuigaving mi naliguangay kamik akalihet laganagait hin abekrude kakufi aglat lageki Chief Returning Officer NTICRO@ayaya.ca Kokulat lagekilu kokwagabingat 867-222-3634. IRC Miluguk Environment and Natural Resources Technology Nudat Inuit Aulakto Hokdot Dingit Laganikut Aulakto Gvingnun Angus Campmi Ila Hokdot Itnahinik Aulakto Gvingmi Ila Hokdot Daitna ENRTP mi ilaut Laganikut Ilihak Bangatni Aurora College mi Utokkanak Ilihautit Laganigait Dalimat Malungnik Uvlunik Ilituifa Hokdot Dangongichot Ilhimaringit Kanuk Lu Inuit Kanuki Haurait Hikumichigurait Lu Nuna Imangnikun Lu Hinlu Nachugumik Bingahongnika Credits Nik Aichut Laganigait Ihumiafaga Kufi Kokulat Laruhi Kokwagabingat 867-872-7576. And your word of the week is in Inuvialuit Pivalliajut, meaning see you tomorrow. Uvagut, see you tomorrow. So if you're talking to a friend or someone and you'll be seeing them tomorrow, you can tell them Uvagut, see you tomorrow. Uvahin nachikayagnikapta uvanga ataga shokralok Dodie Malegana kuyinak barak dauduk doa kafivalabak kuyinak baraklu Judy salami aklagawing mi kuleak doa kabetlu uvlabak hinlu kuyinak baraklu kuleak doa tibut kailik kasun kuleak doa kami doktorak dumin inuvingmin uvahin nakuvernik uvli laudagitchi Biakognaichotun ahin udagniaktugut 11 o'clock Mukban Mountain Standard Time daudagniaktuhi kautigniagia unalina lina kudakak kautigniagia inuving mi ahin udagniaktunga 11 o'clock Mukban Mountain Standard Time 1 o'clock Mukbanglo Eastern Standard Time at Nagalo. ᓄᕕഅᓗဣథ Inuvialuit Pivalliajut Uvagut ᓴᖅကိᔮկauti지ᔪৎ ᓄᕕഅᓗဣథ ᓱᒃᑎþ티yiᒃ Inuvialuit 2026. Uvagut ᓄᕕഅᓗဣథ ᓄᕕᓗကိᔮկauti지ᔪৎ ᓄᕕᓕഅᓗဣథ Inuvialuit Inuvialuit ᒪᕗᒃ ᓃᕐᕗ ᒃ mikung'anik. ᓄᕕഅᓗဣథ ᓄᕕᓕഅᓗ kanukitbet.
Thank you. Good morning.
Before we start, Lena, talking to ᓪᕗकुथ from Inuvik. Before we start, Lena, with your interview about your beautiful traditional Inuvialuit creations, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are?
My name is Lena Kodakak. My maiden name is Lena Unalina Kaptana, which I was named after my grandmother on my dad's side.
Awesome.
My dad is Donald Kaptana and my mom is Bessie Kaptana.
Thank you, Lena. What does it mean to be an Inuvialuit traditional seamstress to you?
For me, it means a lot because when I began my little family, I really wanted to learn how to make clothing for my kids. So that's where I started with my oldest one. I started just making clothes for him to suit his age, and that really inspired me to try do the best that I can with any sewing that I've done so far.
Can you tell us a little bit about, sorry, go ahead.
And one thing that really inspired me was my Nana Lena. I've never met her, but I've seen pictures of her, and she's wearing that there with the caribou skin parka and the tusks. So with the sewing covers that I do now, like I often use the tusks to just in appreciation of her work back in the day. Yes.
I see. Awesome. So can you tell us about some of the other sewing creations that you've made?
I just recently was in Sax Harbor, and we did a workshop with a few ladies down there, and it wasn't for like 4 days, wasn't very long, but during that time we had done 27 parkas and atiklooks, so it was really successful. This picture you see here is of the language workshop that we just had at my workplace at the Inuvialuit Cultural Resource Center. And there you see, of course, you see yourself with my books, and also the board, the IRC board. I was so happy when they came there because it just showed their support in the language and culture for the Inuvialuit. So, and I'm so proud to say that all 4 ladies up there facilitated the workshop, so it went really well.
Awesome.
I love the dick looks too. They look so sharp.
They were beautiful.
This one was done in Fort McPherson a couple of years back. We had gone there to do this workshop on strictly parkas. So they made parkas and they added the fur as well. So that one was really successful, where we went back on a couple occasions. We went back to do the children, the youth, and then we did a men's workshop, so straight men. and they did so well. They did everything on their own. Like they sewed the whole parka together, put the fur, and oh, it was so nice to see them trying to, revitalize the parka making in McPherson. Yeah. This is of my niece. Her name's Agnes Kregnakduk. This was a parka that I made several years ago, but oh my God, it's so beautiful, like the actual design and the fit, and she looks amazing in that picture there. And this is of my son's wedding. That was back a couple of years ago, and they asked me to make them the traditional covers with the tusk. So I was so happy to do that, and I think they look so nice, and just proud to wear the articles that I made, which made me happy and so good.
They're beautiful. Your work is very beautiful, and as you can see, I'm wearing one of the atichluit that you made while we were in Inuvik. So I was so proud to wear your traditional sewing as well. Also, what does preparing for your sewing creation involve as an Inuvialuit traditional seamstress, whether it's for sewing for yourself or presenting for a workshop? What does it all involve?
I think it involves like having a really good pattern to begin with, and having the material that you need to sew the product, and a good machine. I have a couple of machines at home, like they're industrial machines, so they're really easy to work with. And I think that's most of what you need to do a good job in any type of sewing that you want to do.
And you talked a little bit about how you learned. Could you elaborate a little bit more about how did you learn to create all of your beautiful parka covers, your parkas, and other garments? How did you learn all
Well,
that?
I started really focusing on strictly sewing about maybe 15 years ago. And during that time, I had, along with Billy, Lenny, and Brian Rogers, we always call him Nunki, so I have a hard time to remember his English name. We worked on a huge order together, and that's what really made me start to really seriously think of doing that as like to support myself and my family. And we did this project with the Northern Games. It was the Circumpolar Northern Games held here in Inuvik. I believe it was in 2014. So during that time, we did we made about 90 atiklooks. So that was a good starting learning point of really getting into my sewing. So since then, I began to just sew, and was able to support myself and my family. And that was what I did before I started working with the Inuvialuit Cultural Resource Center, which I have been there for 8 years now.
And what or who inspired you to do what you do with your creations?
I think my family inspires me because they're the ones that I always sew for. And I take a lot of pride in what I do, and I want them to look good, of course. And another thing that really inspired me was when I first saw my nana wearing that caribou parka with the tusks. I was so happy to, try do somewhat like her and just use the modern materials that we have available today to make the tusks. And I think they're doing really well because when I go to conferences down south, even in Ottawa, Toronto, I meet up with other Inuit people, and right away they know that, oh, you're Inuvialuit Day. So I think that design really, it's a good design, and people recognize who we are, Inuvialuit. So it's good
Yeah.
good
Could
promotion.
you, yes, could you elaborate a little bit more about when you started getting really serious in regards to sewing, traditional sewing?
Well, we began with making the adiklooks to begin with, and then we started working with kivyut. And what we did was we got a drum, and we collected the kivyut, where we were able to put it through the drum and make these big strips of kivyut down, and we use that to put it into jackets like parkas. So we're able to make parkas with it and also vests. We haven't done that for a while, but after doing that, I tried just using the kivyut itself alone, like without doing the drumming on it. And oh, it's so nice and warm. Like it's almost like a pillow soft shell, and straight kivyut, so it's like really warm.
Mm.
And it's similar to a down jacket, but using materials to sew the shell together and then just inserting a cover. So I think that's the warmest that you can be with the kivyut. So working with that, and also working in making makluks. I like making makluks and try to design them as best as I can because I love a good fit, like a good maklak fit. So kind of mimicking the gawaks, they call them, like the gawaks with the flowers, but using seal, and then on top putting embroider border for the top of the shoe. So those are really pretty too.
Awesome. I see you've been hosting some parka making workshops in the communities. Can you tell us about that and some of the feedback that you've been getting from the participants while they're learning?
Yes. Well, the one that we had in Sax was similar to the ones that we had in Aklavik, in McPherson, in Tuck. But the one in Sax, we just came just in time for the jamboree, and they haven't. I think they haven't had one since COVID. So it was a really special visit, and people were in good spirits. And when we began the workshop, it was where there were so many ladies that wanted to learn, and they were just encouraged, like I encouraged them to try learn as much as we can because we just had a few days. and some of them took it to heart and they completed their parkas, and they were just happy and they were well made. So there was this one young person that had his mother make a parka for him, and he hadn't had a parka in years, like many years. So when we were done with the parka, he was so happy and he was so proud, like, to wear it. And it's like moments like that that I really enjoy. I enjoy watching the pride in them completing their parkas.
Awesome. Yeah, since we just have about 30 minutes left, what advice would you give to others who would want to start sewing and learning and making their own clothing like you did?
Well, I think the most practical advice I'd give is just be patient. Like, there's a lot of patience and learning, a lot of mistakes to make, but you learn from your mistakes, and just keep sewing, because every time you sew, you get better, and pretty soon, like, you won't even need to like use a pattern to make your own design. And I really encourage our people to continue learning our traditional clothing, because they're so absolutely beautiful. They're unique, and once you get started, you just want to you just take pride in what you do as a seamstress. Yeah.
Well, Quianak Barak, thank you very much, Unalina, for speaking with me today and sharing about your beautiful looks like the one I'm wearing today. For example, we're always so happy to wear your creations, and I've got a collection going of your atikluit. So just happy to have your atikluit in my collection of clothing as well. Thank you very much, and you have a
Thank
great
you for
day.
giving me this opportunity to speak briefly about sewing, and thank you for letting me, like, show what I was so proud when I started to work with the tusks, and to let you guys show my nanak. It means a lot to me. Thank you.
That's awesome, Quianak Barak Unalina. That was
Have
Lina Kudakat. Yeah, Ilvetlu. That was Lina Kudakak from Inuvik. It's a traditional Inuvialuit seamstress from Inuvik. Ukakidikaga, Lina Kudakak, Inubektinga, Unalina, Kuleak Dok Dok, Kanuk Ilichikinikok, Inuvialuit, Adekluliru kami, Adekiliru kami, Gamiliru kami, Kanuhiniklikalu, Mikuru kami, Hin Ilihartrigu kamilu, Inuvialuit Nunanlani, Moguruklu, Ilihautriguruklu, Atakiliuninik, Atakluliulinik, Huniklikalo, Ilihautriguruk, Inuit, Naguagavira Gait, Ilautlagini kami, Mikoganinik, Ilihautrikami, Lina, Mikoganinik, Kuvehu Belaktuka, Nananga, Atiginga tutunik atiginga taudoktohi aku nananga atatangalu maloklu mikirocha tanutakat ingelagantun atukunik tutunik atnuganik kamachavirak tuk nananga mikogininga malitlaginik kamitrum Kuvehu Belak tuka ilichit lagini kami mikogininik dait nihiniklu Inuak Barat atagugait hin Inuitlu katimakamik atekluliugaitlu agalachit katimaroniklu hin Inuit ilaw kamik workshop liu kamik kuvehu barurukt angutit unni ilauginikkuat taimini atakiliukamik pilgoviraktuatlu lina kulaginikkuat ilitsuikamiklu angutit hin pikpagiviraga daitnahinik mikutlaginikami nigumaktuanik kiviguniklu atuginikkuat taimini atakiliukamik nigumaviraktuanik kuyinak parak lina kutikak kuleaktuakami inuvingmi inuvialuit mikulagaviraknikok una atikhluk atukkigalu lina atiklulioknik kwak inuvingmi ilauginikama katimaranik inuvialungnik Uvahinatchikayagnikapta uvangashukralok Dodie Malegana kuyinak parak dautuktua kafivulapak kuyinak paraklu lina kudakak kuleaktuakavitlu uvulapak bigok nahi daudilauruhi kakiharakun Facebook mi YouTube milu nakuvirnik uvli lautagachi biyakugnaichotun Hanuhi kikulu